Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you all the limited edition cars in Driving Empire. So if you're wondering what limited edition means, it's basically just anything that can be bought in the dealership. So that includes all the car pass cars, the Halloween event cars, and just anything that has gone off sale in the past. So before I do actually get into the proper video though, I did also want to mention I got myself a brand new microphone. So if you could tell from the quality, it is supposed to be some sort of like Aoki or something like that. So yeah, that is pretty cool. So now without further ado, let's dive right into it. So the first limited edition car of this list is the Tesla Model 3. So this car was a car from Wait for Roblox, and I don't really remember when it made its original debut. But anyway, this car was there for a pretty long time, and I think it was around like $49,000. I'm not entirely sure, but I do know it's under 50 grand, and it was actually not a bad car because it had pretty fast acceleration for its price, so it was fairly popular. But for whatever reason, they did take it off sale at the debut of Driving Empire. But you're wondering how rare this is. I don't think it's necessarily like the rarest car in this list by any means, and it's probably fairly common because of how good it was. And yeah. At number two, we have the McLaren Elva. So the McLaren Elva made its debut in the McLaren Enthusiast car pack, along with the McLaren 600 LT episode. So for the most part, the McLaren Elva is actually pretty rare because like not many people really have it due to the fact that not only is it a Roblox car, but it's not really that fast. So we may as well just get the Ferrari Enthusiast car pack or whatever. So it is definitely quite an interesting car though. Not many people actually know it exists, and that is kind of unfortunate because like it is like one of Driving Empire's most unique cars, especially with the roof down. But yeah. Next up on our list is the Jaguar F-Type Svr. So back in May for Roblox, this car made its debut, and it costed around 120k. So anyways, when Boreas announced that 50 cars would be going off sale, me and my friends mainly predicted that if anything would go off sale, it would be the Jaguar F-Type Svr. Now, if you want to know my logic behind that, I mean it's pretty simple. Like you got yourself 120 grand, right? And you want to buy a performance car. Now, why the hell would you want to buy a Jaguar F-Type SVR when this car can get defeated by a Corvette? I mean, I know lots of people might argue, bro, it's a Jaguar, bro, it's a luxury car, bro, it's supposed to be a collector's car. Just for those nerds out there, I'm going to tell you, this car was meant to be for performance. It's literally an SVR, it's not just a regular F-Type. So, like, for the money you paid, it was just crap. Nobody wanted to buy it. I mean, the only incentive behind it was the fact it would go off sale, or it sounded really nice. But for the most part, I mean, this off-sale car was pretty logical. Next up, we have the Ford F-150 Raptor. So this car made its debut in Wait for Roblox, and out of all the cars in this list, most people were pretty surprised that this went off sale. So overall, it actually was a pretty complete car. It had amazing suspension that was really fun to play with, and all of that. It was actually not that rare, but for whatever reason, it went off sale. I mean, I think out of most of the cars in this list, is probably one of the most common ones. I mean, at least that's just personal experiences, because like most of the people I know actually have this car. You actually like have played before back in the day, but it is a pretty cool car, and it is pretty unfortunate it had to go off sale because like the detail and everything is really cool. It is a fun car, and it is kind of sad, but yeah. Next up on our list is the Pontiac Firebird. So anyways, this car was another Bayford exclusive car. I believe it was also around the 50k price range. I'm not entirely sure in the exact price, but for the most part, it is actually a pretty cool car, and out of most of the classic cars in Driving Empire, this one is actually one of the fastest, being able to hit 160 miles per hour. So it is definitely a cool car, and it is sad it had to go off sale. Like out of all the cars that would go off sale, this was not what I predicted. So it actually had a pretty good match. It was pretty fast, and actually a fair amount of people bought it, but it is pretty sad knowing this car had to go off sale. Next up, we have the Dodge Durango SRT. So the Dodge Durango SRT was a car from Wait for it, and initially it was actually pretty affordable. I think it was like around the 50k cash range. So anyways, I don't even know why this car went on sale. Honestly, it is actually a pretty nice car. Probably I think it's the mesh that really caused it. But for the most part, this SUV is actually fairly common in the driving empire community, because like most people actually own it, and that is just because this car is actually fairly unique due to it having 3 rows of seats that actually work. So it is a cool car, and it is unfortunate this car had to go off sale. Not really sure why they had to take it off sale, but yeah. Next up is the Bugatti Type 57 SE Atlantic. So this Bugatti came on sale originally back when Driving Empire made its debut. So it did cost about $20 million. Most of my friends and we already predicted this car. It's like many leaked. We knew the exact price being 20 million and everything. Some people like me decided to grind it out and save all the way up for that 20 million. And if you really consider it back and wait for it, when grinding was actually a lot more harder than it is now, it was actually quite a struggle. And I remember I had to grind like several hours a day just to get this car. But at the end of the day, when it came out, I bought it. Pretty glad about that. It is, I would say, pretty rare actually. Not many people really wanted to have to grind up all that cash. I mean, maybe in Driving Empire they might have tried to pull a clutch in that 1 week span when it was on sale, but for the most part, this car is fairly rare. Alright, so the last car on our list today is the Maserati Levante. My bad. But anyways, this car, for the most part, was a car that not many people actually wanted to buy, and that was specifically just due to how just how badly it sucked. I mean, if you really think about it, this car was pretty bad. It looked kind of ugly, honestly. At least that's just my opinion. But for the most part, not many people really bought it, and it is actually one of the most rarest limited edition cars in the game, with only 90 units existing according to one of the developers. But for the most part, it is quite a nice car, a good collector's car. Hoping it gets remeshed in the future, but for now we have this ugly slop of a abomination. But yeah. Alright guys, so congratulations, you have made it to the end of this video. So like I mentioned earlier, I did want to apologize though for my voice, because I'm having this like sore throat at the moment, like some strep or whatever. So right now my voice isn't as energetic, and I just don't feel at my best. So just ignore anything like that. I also did want to say, like, if you said I missed anything, you might have thought I did. I mean, I actually have like clips of all the cars, but I was gonna make them all one combined video. But like, first of all, I was tired. I'm sick right now, so I don't really have the time to do that. And I also didn't want to have to make a whole other long video, so I'm just probably gonna make that a series called Driving Empire Offsale or Limited Edition Cars. So the next video will probably come out really soon, so you guys can stay hyped for that. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Please make sure you subscribe and like if you haven't already. We're really close to hitting 3K subs at the point of this video, so any support would be appreciated, and make sure you like too, because you know I put lots of effort into this video, and I would really appreciate that. Join the Discord server if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.